Good morning, everyone. I'm not going to call you out by name when I see you because I feel bad I leave people out. Today is Sunday, December 29th. This is the last broadcast for the decade. And so today's talk is called For the New Decade. You've probably noticed by now that with every decade, there is major change. Okay, so we're about to have usher in the year 2020. Think back to where you were in 2010. What was your life like in 2010? Where did you live? Where did you work? Did you have kids? Think of all the changes that have happened in the last 10 years. Okay, let's take it back even farther. 2000. Where were you in the year 2000? Were you working? Were you in school? Did you have kids? Did you have healthy kids that are now sick or sick kids that are now well? Every 10 years, with every major decade, change happens, big change happens. And now we are faced with another decade. We are blessed to be here for another decade. And so what I want to talk about today is to be proactive about some of the changes that happen to you in the upcoming decade. 10 years ago in my life, my sister was alive. She has passed over and she's my angel sister now. And this is her, she loved her jewelry. She loved her Dooney and Burke. And this is one of her pieces that I wear, and I remember her when I wear this. So she's with me today. So, every 10 years, when you go back, so many things have changed. If somebody said to you, when 2020 hits, you're going to be here, and this is what your life is going to be like, you would have been shocked, or, I don't think so. But here we are. Where would you like to be when 2030 hits? Everything in the universe moves and changes. Everything in our body is comprised by energy. Everything around us is energy. So everything, and energy does not stay static. It's constantly moving. We are constantly moving. We are constantly changing. So why not be proactive in the changes that we want to see happen for the year 2030? First thing that pops up into my head is retirement. Planning for that. How would you like for that to happen? How would you like to make that happen? What would you like to see? The analogy I'm going to use is of a car. Say you're riding in a car on the freeway, and there's 3 passengers. There's a person in the back seat who's in the car of life, going through life. And they're in the back seat, they're oblivious, they know they're going somewhere, but they don't really care, unless they got to go to the bathroom or something, pull over, got to go to the bathroom. Maybe they're asleep. They're not really plugged in. This represents the person that goes and does their 8 hours at work. Does the minimum things of what needs to get done, takes care of your kids, that's it, and I'm out of here. I'm going to check out now and veg out and do nothing because I did what I had to do today. Then there's a person in the passenger seat that says, well, that lane looks like it's moving faster. Well, you could go over there, You could take this off ramp and we could take side streets. The backseat driver who talks the game but doesn't do anything about it. Okay? And then there's the driver. And that's who we aim to be. The driver sees the the off ramp coming up, and they're thinking ahead. It's not time for me to pull over into the slow lane so I can get off the freeway. They see the goal. They take the steps necessary to make that happen and get there. Now the choice is yours, my loves. You can either be in the back seat, cruise through life, whatever happens, happens. Be the person who talks but doesn't really do anything. Or you're the driver. Which one are you going to be? We're not getting any younger. And it's time to, it's past time for us to really decide what we want, because we live this life once. So don't settle. Don't settle for less than you can have, less that you deserve. Why would you settle? If you could change your life, my throat chakra, I put so much energy into these at my throat. If you could change your life, what would you want to change? I'm going to give you an exercise to do for that we're going to continue on with this next week. And we are going to work on that. There was a saying that I always used to hear when I was younger. If you fail to plan, then plan to fail. Life will still keep on going, but you just won't get anywhere. Is that what you want? Is that the example that you want to set for your kids? Or do you want them to accomplish things in their life so that their life is full and abundant? Because there's people that complain, I don't have this, I don't have that, if only I had this, if only I had that, but they don't go out and do anything to get it. They're just talking. This is a wonderful window of time to make things happen for you the way you want your life to be. Okay. Couple things. There are scriptures. Now, my personal faith is Christian, but this is wide open to everybody, whoever, if you say universe, source, God, whatever it is that you pray to, I honor that. Personally, I say Jesus. So here's some scriptures that was left to us by Jesus while he was on earth. What things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you will receive them and you shall have them. Believe that you'll receive it and you will have it. Today's buzzword for that is called manifestation. And there's tons of videos on YouTube how to manifest. And that's something that I highly recommend for you to do. And it's basically asking God to bring something to you, and you do the legwork and it will happen. If it's for your highest good. Highest good meaning it would be the best in the best interest of you and your loved ones around you. See, these promises that we get, these are our anchors that keep us anchored. Okay? Blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. Keep it in your heart. Keep these promises that God has made you in your heart so that you don't feel like you're going out on a limb and no one's got your back. That's not true. I am with you always, even until the end of the world. You know what that means? That means the universe has your back. And it always will. You are supported. You are loved. You are looked after. All of these things, these are our anchors. Why do you think so many promises have been given to us? And there's hundreds, probably thousands. Because the universe knew life wasn't going to be easy. But that we have somebody to help us along the way. So, again, forgive my, I'm not fancy. What I would like for you to do is to make, this is your homework, okay, for next Sunday. Let's see if I can get this in there. Just make a simple chart, year 2021, what you'd like to accomplish by the end of this year, and what you'd like to accomplish by the end of the next decade. Okay. I am asking you to get in the driver's seat of your life. Not be the backseat driver who talks. Not be the person in the backseat who's asleep and is just sleeping through life. Be the driver so that you can get what you want. Make life happen instead of life happening to you. Of course, things will happen. People get sick, like my sister. Things happen. But for the most part, you have the ability to make it the way you want it to be. So next week, we're going to come back to this. Make your list this week, and I am going to personally walk you through how to get this done. The important key here is that we want to start backwards. Where do you want to be by the end of the next decade? Have X amount of money in the bank for retirement? Have a certain job or not? Be a certain weight or get your blood pressure down to a certain number? Be in a relationship or get out of a relationship? Whatever it is that you want, start from the back end of everything that you want. And then here, we're going to start with the beginning steps of what we're going to start with next week to make this happen. And I'm going to work with you through these steps to help you get to where you want to be here. Okay? But it needs to be in alignment. Now, if you say, I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay. But by this time, I want to maintain a weight, lose the weight and have kept it off, say 30 pounds. Okay. So that means that in this column, it shouldn't say, my goal is to hit every bakery in town. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not in alignment with this. It's very important that these things are in alignment so you can stay on track to get to here. And we're going to put this up somewhere. Some people like doing a vision board. You can Google what a vision board is. Something that you're always seeing every day to remind you of the things that you are striving to have, because you're going to go through this life and these next few years. Might as well be you in the driver's seat, having the life that you want, getting it done the way you want it to be, instead of just letting life happen to you because you're not doing anything about it. Okay? I am sending you so much love and know that I am totally here for you. I am here for you. If there's anything I can do for you midweek, to help you, just send me a private message. I am praying that we have an amazing year ahead. And don't forget you know that you can be in the driver's seat. Okay? Now, one more thing I want to say before I go. What I'm doing here, people pay for. I do it for free, but I do accept donations. If you feel led, you will find it in the description box to my Patreon account. If you would like to support me, I would appreciate that, because my personal goal is to be doing nothing but life coaching by 2030. That's my personal goal, because my passion is helping others to get back on track. So with that being said, I am sending you so much love. Happy New Year to you. I will be back next Sunday at 10 o'clock. Have a great week. Bye-bye.